Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be giving you a brief overview of my writing space. And with the room, it is a little echoey in here, so the sound quality may not be the greatest. I thought you guys would get to enjoy seeing the space that I have set up to do all of my writing and also my editing and planning out for filming and YouTube stuff, all that kind of stuff. This is the space, has a wide view. If the camera will focus on it. It's a really nice desk because it gives me a lot more room compared to what I was used to with my other desk where I couldn't fit my legs under it, so this is a nice change. And basically with this space I just wanted an area where I could just, it wasn't cluttered and I could just sit and there's a laptop, there's the things I need, and I can spread my arms out if I need. I haven't really done much like aesthetic kind of decorating with it. I have these two like bits of paper that are just kind of there to create somewhat of a vibe. But I might in the future end up getting some like proper art prints to put above the desk perhaps, or some stuff maybe that like reminds me of a current writing project, things like that. Then there is the shelf over here which is more just hold things and be decorative. As you will soon see, the shelf is kind of just a mess of things being dumped on there. So let's go into a more in-depth look at the space. Alrighty, so starting with the top of the desk, this pile here is essentially just pages of scribblings, because honestly I have so many random things that I just end up writing down, and then there's more up here stuck on the wall, there's some there, they're just everywhere. This is the 2022 planner that I ordered and thought it was going to be the same size as the other one that I had from this brand, but it turns out it's tiny, and that's what you get for ordering online. But I have managed to make it work still, and it has been alright. The cover is very, very pretty. Here's my laptop little Kirishima sticker stuck on there. Up on the walls I have a January calendar with all like my upload dates, things like that. When I start work, my work shifts will be on there, and all sorts of stuff like when to film videos. And this is the proper January video plan. I am working on my February one right now that has all the videos that will be uploaded and then notes about them, all that kind of thing. More scribblings. These are the little paper prints that I have stuck up here. They might not stay forever, but I do love the aesthetic of them a lot. These small amounts of crystals that I own from a friend to help with memory and inspiration apparently. Ultimately, it's just a pretty rock. Copious amounts of stationery that I never use. I use black pens, some like markers to mark off calendars and stuff. And that's pretty much it. This is commonly used stationery. This is a whole thing just of highlighters. And this is miscellaneous stationery. And then here is the pile of like post-it notes to use quickly. These are, I've attempted recycling paper, which is something that I should probably do again because I have a lot of paper there to be recycled. But these were kind of the scrappy pieces that I cut into little cards so that I can just use them for little scribblings and notes to take for myself, so that I'm not wasting paper in the same way I normally would. And then some small amount of palm cards. I don't have many left of these, but they're another thing I use to just quickly write things on. In this paper tray on the top, we have the headphones that I use for editing. These are camera parts that currently don't have a spot because the camera is in use. Another thing for note taking, and then all of this in here is scrap paper. So this is some more of the recycled paper that I've made. It's a little scraggly. And so the drawers of the desk aren't particularly full. Basically the top drawer is where all like the editing cords, technology stuff goes, USBs, spare batteries, hard drives, all of that fun stuff, and battery chargers. So that's within reach. In here is more stationery that doesn't really have a use. I use like default tip markers and stuff. Magnets I don't use anymore because I don't have a magnet board. That's more magnets and bulldog clips and such. Whiteout I do use every now and then. Paper tabs I don't use for any writing stuff around here. I only really use them when I'm reading. I haven't read a book in a while. More stationery stuff but less usable. This is a whole thing of washi tape. And then this is more bits of paper and stuff that I don't really use. I think from memory the bottom drawer is empty. Yep, that's an empty drawer. We head back around to the other side of the desk. Even more storage. So it's hard to get the camera back here, but basically these are shelves. Down the back is the taller journals that I don't use as much because they're for like older projects. And then I have a microphone in here, which is a very good spot for it actually. And then these are all smaller journals. Some of these ones towards here aren't used. I don't really use anymore as much. They've got like old study notes and such in them. Towards here are the ones that I do use currently, particularly this one. This will have the journals where I do all my planning for my current novel project and all the outlining and brainstorming and things like that. And this one I also use, it has all my like cosplay plans in it with like lists of ones I want to cosplay and then the video ideas of things to do when being those characters. And then down here, just to be fancy, I've kept some of the writing books that I had. As you can see, I don't own many, but it makes me feel more writerly to have them there. Then these are booklets from school. These are from my ancient history class, and I've kept them because they have sources and such on people who I use for my Women of Ancient History video. I just realized one of them is a spoiler. Just keep those there because they're handy to have to just use to be like, oh yeah, I can use that guy as a source type of thing. And then that pretty much concludes the desk. Ignore the mess of cords down there. Oh, and how can I forget my plant that has been reduced to a single stem because the rest of it has died. And speaking of dying plants, this succulent was going great until it decided to all start to wilt, and I have no clue why. Then we have this thriving one, which I haven't had long enough for it to start to die. He's doing very well. And then a fake plant. Dead headphones. This thing I never set up. A random paperweight. The printer, this is probably the most sophisticated shelf. And this mess down here. I have a box for the headphones that I use for editing. Another box for another set of headphones. This is my belt, gloves, and harness for the Proppy hero costume that I made. They're just too big and bulky to store anywhere else in my actual room. So I was like, I'm just gonna dump them in here for the time being. And so that concludes the tour of my writing space. I hope you guys did enjoy getting to see this. It's really functional and really nice to work in. I'm very private, so I have the ability to focus better. So yes, thank you very, very much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please give the video a like to help support the channel. And if you want to see more content from me, you can subscribe to the channel or stick around to the end screen to have a next video recommended to you. Thank you once again for watching. Bye.